What is going on, Earth Signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're unsure of your placements, check the description box below, as I have a link for y'all there to check out those Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars placements. And guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that's totally fine. We're going to be pulling for Wednesday, 10th of October. See what's going on in your love lives today, y'all. Okay? See what's happening. Okay, see what's going on here. Six of Wands. Okay, okay. Oh Lord. Well, that's a good thing. I like this to some degree. Okay, just gonna be honest with y'all. The Queen of Wands. Underneath that is the Three of Wands. Okay, why are you expecting this person? Because of the Two of Pentacles. What? What is this Two of Pentacles? The Five of Cups. There was some sort of, somebody's really distracted about what was lost in the past. The Three Cups. Something's missing, really. And I feel like there is some sort of like mini distraction going on, which has to do with this sort of waiting energy. But the prime focus of this reading has to do with the Queen of Wands, which we know is to do with someone that's in the limelight, doesn't really care about who sees the individual, they just are. And I feel like it has to do with confidence. That's a very confident individual. They don't care about what people think. They don't care about the expectations of others. They are who they are, and unapologetically so. They're just like, this is me, this is all of me. If you can't accept all of me, then that's really not my problem, because I'm enjoying my life the way I tend to enjoy it. And I feel like there may have been some things that you've been expecting. Maybe you're expecting someone that, you know, to recognize you, or maybe you're expecting some sort of message back from somebody. All in all, though, I really feel like this has to do with confidence and being seen, right? Not because you care about being noticed, but more so of like having the confidence to go out there and be yourself unapologetically. Now, the reason why I'm talking about exposure as well, and it's about the confidence, and I feel like it's about being seen by somebody that's like this. I mean, for some of you guys, this may be you guys, and you guys just don't care about what other people think. You don't care about how other people see you. You just are, rather. And I feel like for some of you guys out there, that may be the case, right? You may be just like, I don't care about how other people see me. But I feel like, you know, for some of you guys, here's the thing. I'm getting a couple messages from this. This either could be yourselves, right? Not caring about how other people see you, having the confidence to do something, perhaps. This could also indicate here that this has to do with probably being recognized by somebody like this, being recognized. But this is what's throwing me, not necessarily throwing me, but this was adding another kind of not connotation, but what do you call it? Is when you say like another avenue of a story. I can't think of the word right now. But the Six of Wands talks about exposure, recognition, being seen, being noticed, exposure. But it's the Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like you're honestly kind of on that. You want to be seen, but you don't want to be seen. Like, okay, let me take it back. I feel like you want to be confident in yourself and do whatever you want to do and just be yourself 100%. But I don't know if you really want people to see you like that. I don't know if you want people to really see your true self like that. Now, I feel like for some of you guys, it's like, it's a new thing to kind of go out there and be like, this is me, it's all of me, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I feel like that's the thing. You don't know if that's exactly going to get you to what you really want, which is not necessarily being recognized by the entire world, but being seen by the person that you're trying to get the attention from. But I don't think that you're trying to gain their attention per se. I feel like you just want to be yourself without people seeing you and placing judgment. But I don't think there's any judgment here. There's nobody really that has any sort of say other than you, which is the King of Swords, or could be someone else. Okay, this could be in Aries, excuse me, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this King of Swords. But the thing is, right, the Six of Wands is also being proud of your actions, being, you know, seeing that you're going in the right direction for yourself. Like, again, it doesn't matter if the whole world threw this guy flowers. If he didn't feel good about what he did in the war, he's not going to be celebrating. He's going to be just as stiff as he is walking through. But he is proud of how much he's accomplished. He is proud of the progress that he's made, and it's an added bonus that people can appreciate his work, but not because people appreciate it, but that, you know, his happiness is reflected on everyone else. It's more he takes this opportunity to, and I want to say in a very vain or vanity sort of sense. You know, this is not about vanity, but it's just like he is proud of his work, and he has that proud energy reflected back at him. Everyone is happy for him because he's happy for himself. But I feel like you don't necessarily know if making that step, making that progress in the direction that you want to take would be worth it to feel the success. Now, I feel like in the past you had the Ten of Cups. You had some sort of ending of a cycle, probably really good as well. Something that was awesome, something that you've been wanting for some time. Obviously, it could be that there was some harmony and some balance as well. But then I feel like the situation is this. I think there may have been some sort of wrapping up or some sort of tying the knot on something and just kind of throwing it into, like tying a knot on a rock and then just throwing it into the river. There may have this kind of, that's what it kind of gives to me. It's this kind of energy. It's not so, I don't know if it's necessarily happily ever after, even though this is a really good card. It's family oriented. This is happiness in itself. And I feel like there may have been something really good that came out of this ending if there was something that wasn't that pleasant. I feel like whatever this King of Swords is, though, I feel like this has to do with your truth or what the other person's truth is. Communication. Because the King of Swords is good at communicating, good at talking. And I feel like this is about knowing your truth and just kind of going with it unapologetically. The same with the Queen of Wands. How she is, her personality, her ego, that's just it. Like, there's nothing she will do to change that, to make anybody feel comfortable or happy. And I feel the same way with the King of Swords, but he's about that with how he thinks, his opinions, his thought processes, his mindset. Now, believe it or not, he's very open-minded, but he's not at the same time. He's very contradicting in that way. Nothing will get to him to the point where he will change his own mind. Unless he lets that happen, right? He's very much in control of his thoughts and his mind. He doesn't let anything shroud his judgment. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may have gotten to some sort of ending here that maybe that you feel more of a staunch belief on, right? Or some sort of like, you know, you feel more like, how do I put this? Like you guys feel like really committed or stubborn about a certain mindset or certain way of thinking that's truly make you who you are. And it's not a bad thing, because if this is who you are as a person, then you should be staunch on it. You should be very serious about it. You should be taking this very literally. But you have a very protective attitude going on right now about, you know, being seen, about being recognized, about what you feel proud about doing. And I feel like the Queen of Wands doesn't ever do anything that she doesn't want to do. That's what makes her feel like make her feel dirty in a way, because she doesn't do things authentically. If she doesn't do them with full heart, with full effort, with everything she's got, it makes her feel unauthentic. Why? Because her heart's truly not in it. And I feel like there may be some sort of, you know, you're taking this very literally and very logically and very, you know, very seriously right now. And I feel like the situation is this. It's like, do you feel proud about it, though? The whole point about it is not if it's ethically correct. It's not about if you're doing things correctly. It's more about, is this who you are? And if so, what is not worth it, right? What makes it not so worth it? Is it the unexpected thing that coming through, something that comes out of the blue? You could be dealing with an Aquarius because of this, you know, this Taurus energy. And I know that a lot of people say that the Tower is the Mars energy, but Uranus rules lightning, and you have the King of Swords here. This is just what I'm saying. But this could be, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and there's somebody that could take action that nobody saw coming. And I feel like it may be about impulse more so than anything. I feel like, because this is the Queen of Wands here. You're talking about energy. This is talking about, you know, this push, this drive to do whatever she wants to do in a moment's notice. The same with the Knight of Wands in a way, but I feel like she's a little bit more stable than that. But the thing is that she kind of still has that same vibe. She wants to do something, she will do it. And I feel like the King of Swords is just the same. Like if he thinks a certain way, says what he needs to say, he thinks what he needs to think, he'll say it. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is not only like a mirror, like figuring out whether or not this is something you want to do. Now, for some of you guys, this could be that it may not be doubt about whether or not it's worth the effort to be noticed by somebody that may be, that may be very, serious all the time, very protective of themselves. It could be them, or they're, again, but this is about, whatever you're protective of yourself right now is dredging up all these doubts that you may not actually need, because you already have this idea of who you are. You already have this belief in who you are, this truth about who you are. And it doesn't necessarily, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. And as a matter of fact, I feel like you've come through a lot. You went through a lot to come up with this sort of conclusion about yourself. So it's like, whatever you're protecting yourself from here, whatever this is, whatever this King of Swords is for you guys, whether this is another person or this is legitimately trying to keep yourself in a very protective area, kind of detaching from your emotions, it will be hard for you to assess whether or not something will be good for you to do as far as making you feel good about who you are, making you feel proud, because you're not connecting with how you feel. Now, I was just talking to fire signs, is that action is, for the Wands, action influenced by emotion. That's what that is to me anyway. And if you don't do anything with some sort of emotional backing with it, then it's not passionate, then it's not fiery. It's more of a Pentacles sort of thing. It's something that you just do with no real, you may have expectations with it. You may have some sort of attachment to it, some sort, right? Maybe it's responsibility, or this is something of value that someone may have put worth on or put value on or something, but it doesn't mean it means anything to you. But I feel like the purpose of all of this really is about what makes you happy, what makes you feel the best, what makes you feel like you can be you without any sort of, conditions. And the Tower coming up is something unexpected. Maybe you just maybe you just break out and just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be me. This is how it's gonna be, and that's it. Because you have the Sun in your not your external energy, your goal, ambition, or your advice. Yep, the clarity is standing on the very top of this entire reading. And I feel like you want to get to a place where you feel more clear, you have more options, or you're not necessarily more options, but you know the path to happiness. There is a potential for happiness here. You want happiness. You want to feel content in the area that you're in. And I feel like you have that already. It's just about connecting with how you feel. The warmth is from your heart. And if you connect with what you feel, you will know the direction that you want to take will or not be what you want to take. But all in all, I don't know if this is necessarily to be seen by someone. I don't know if this is necessarily to be seen by others. I feel like this is more about what makes you happy. And if somebody notices you from this action, it's a plus. But you know what? I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you guys really soon. Love y'all. Bye now.